One of these videos, I'm going to block my employer. I'm going to make it on YouTube. You're going to make it on YouTube. One of these videos, mark my words, I am going to just have a short, and it is just going to be me blocking my employer. Just walking away. No telling off. Just goodbye. Not even a goodbye. Just block. I'm just going to have a video of me blocking their number after I make it on YouTube. So last night I drove 10 hours. I took a drive that was 10 hours. That was supposed to be 6 hours. The roads were so bad. The weather was terrible. Great grandma is in the hospital and about to pass away. So I wanted to go there and bring the kids there. And my employer, I refuse to call this person or anybody at the company my boss. It's just, you're not my boss. I'll just refer to them as my employer. You know, even with the traffic just being like horrendous, there was like a blizzard last night. I've never seen so many trucks, rigs, tour buses in the ditch in my entire life. Ambulances, police. It was really a situation where you should just not be on the road unless it's an emergency and you're driving responsible. So it was normally 120 kilometers an hour. We're driving sometimes 35, sometimes 60. Like I said, this trip would have taken 6 hours. It took 10 hours. I didn't want great grandma to pass away without the kids seeing her, and my kids are adults. So it was just a situation where we didn't know if she was going to make it until today. So they drive. So it was either they're driving without me and I'm just going to be like worried what's going on with them, or I'm driving. So I drove there last night, and thank God I did, because great grandma, actually right when we got to the city, the family was leaving the hospital and visiting hours were over. So I was really upset about that they had to wait until this morning, but she was hanging on. And so she was still, she's still there this morning, and everyone's going tonight again. But she stopped eating a week ago, and she just stopped drinking water, and now she's just unresponsive. So the kids are just telling her they're there and they love her and things like that. But so my employer would not even give me the day off. And you know, it was just so frustrating because I actually don't have a project until next week that I have to be out of town, and there was really nothing for me to do today. And someone could have filled in, so people wanted to fill in, and it was just to spite me that they're like, no, you can't take the day off. What kind of person doesn't give you the day off when a family member is dying? Just one day, just one day. I can't believe these people. Like, you think if you're starting a company, you would think that it's going good because you're offering some type of service to people and people like it, so your company is growing. At what point do you get so greedy that you just don't care about people anymore? And the people, like, people are alive and using your services, and your company is alive because people are alive. But then when your employees need something, or it's an emergency, family emergency, and it's not even taking away from the company, they just want to say no because they're power tripping. I really wanted to just so bad just tell them to go and F themselves and shove it. Like, you know, and I didn't, because I've actually done that before in the past, because like the behavior from the people I work for is just, I'm not just talking about like, you know, they're just asking you to do stuff like clean the bathroom and like whining about all that stuff. It's nothing like that. I actually do. When I'm like in the office, I clean the bathroom, I do stuff. I'm never sitting down. I'm just one of the people that are always walking around and always doing everything, and everyone knows that. So I don't even care about cleaning the bathroom. I'll freaking do it even if I'm not asked. It has nothing to do with that. It's like they are just after you because of things that you don't want to do. And I'm not talking about don't want to do like I'm whining because they're not giving me enough time off, or I'm talking about requests that I can't even mention here that have absolutely nothing to do with my job description, that I can't even say here, or the video would get banned. I'm talking to the most disgusting, narcissistic, employers you could think of. Yesterday, I was really emotional because, you know, the great grandma took a turn for the worst, and all I could think of was just getting to the city, because it's, you know, normally it's 3 hours away, but like I said, it took 10 hours. So 6 hours like there and back, but it took 10 hours. And then so yesterday I was just really upset, and then just to not even allow people space when there's literally nothing. I didn't even have work today that was important. It was just like, no, just no, because they can say no, you know. And anyone would have taken over and just sat down and did nothing, but they wanted me to sit down and do nothing. And like I said, I don't actually have a project that I'm leaving for out of town till next week, so it was completely pointless. And then you think, like, this is someone's life that's ending. We were really hoping that she would turn around and things would get better, because it happened, she was in the hospital since about Christmas, and things took a turn for the worst. And then she actually did have a miracle where she was like fine, and then it took a turn for the worst the other day. And it's just like, you just want, whether she's responsive or not, you know, the nurses are like, she can hear you. And just the fact that some greedy employer wants to take that from you. And, you know, just thank God for stuff like FaceTime and, you know, even like phone and talking. But just, it's just so disgusting how people can actually use that control over your life to hold your finances, and just do things that are just so inhumane, when all that was on my mind was like, you just want to be there for someone's life who is ending, you know. Oh my gosh, I'm so mad. You know, and another thing is like, you know, I really do hope that my channel takes off, and I hope yours takes off. And I watched some guy's video, I should have took the name down. He was just a really well-spoken gentleman, and he was like, you know, post even though no one's watching, you know. And I was just so happy. I have like 2 or 3 subscribers. I was like, yay, I broke the 0 curse. Like, I don't care. And so that's what I thought. I just loved how he said that. He said, post even if no one's watching. So I'm going to tell you that right now too. Just keep posting if no one's watching. Of course, I'd love to build it up faster. I actually love my job. I love my job so much, but I just do not want to work for these people. I'm being smart about it, because I did in the past quit, and I was like, I'm faithing it. I'm just going to quit, and the universe is just going to pick me up. And that is not what happened. That is not what happened. Like, I was like struggling, and things were financially hard, and it just got really bad where it was affecting my family. And I thought this was so reckless of me to just like quit, even though I was like constantly looking for another job. So I felt almost in a way that I was like lucky that they would take me back, but it almost felt like selling your soul, because you just know they'll lure you back in, and oh, you can have this and this and this, and then it's the same situation. You're just getting like, you know, treated like the worst out of all the employees, because you just won't do a certain thing that is just so disgusting. I'm talking like Hollywood crap. Like, it's like nothing to do with working, nothing to do with that. It's like they just, some people, some of these narcissistic, greedy, disgusting business owners, just, they cannot stand if you're a person with morals and integrity. Like, they can sense it from a mile away, and they just use you as a project to see how much they can break you down, and how much they can control you, and how much control they have over your life. So it just got to this point where, okay, so I can't win by telling them, you know, F off, I'm out of here, even though I've done that before and it didn't go as I wanted it to. So now it's just at a point where you have to play them at their own game. You have to beat them at their own game. So I thought, you know, I'm just going to keep this job. And of course, I'm just looking for like other things out there. It's not really easy in like the field of work that I do. But I thought I was like, my YouTube channel, like, it just has to work. It just has to work. And I just really hope for everyone out there who just has, like, I know some people just have really good, they work for good companies, and a lot of people, you know, you hear people winning the lottery and they keep their job, you know, and I totally get it. Like, sometimes having a job. It's like it gives you something to get up and do in the morning, but there's also a lot of people that don't like their job and don't like the people they work for. And so for those people, I would encourage you to start your YouTube channel, because I don't think anyone should ever be in this situation where someone is passing away. I mean, what is the purpose of life? What's the purpose of life? Is it to just go to work and make money and pay bills? And like, where's like the humanity? Where's like the humanity in people? Like, how could you not give your employees a day off when a family member is dying? I mean, just so disgusting, you know? And I just have so much rage. All I kept thinking was like, I wanted to quit everything. I wanted to quit the work and tell them to F off. I just didn't want to deal with anything. I just didn't even want to post anymore. I was like, just screw everything. This is just like everything, you know, all at once. And then I thought, forget it. That's exactly what they want. That's exactly what these people want. They want you to bring you to that point where you can't function. You're so stressed out where you can't function. So I was like, forget it. I'm still going to keep posting, you know, even like how that guy said that I watched. He said, post even though no one's watching, right? Because that is a thing. There is like, YouTube is promoting new channels and small channels. And I know this is just something like contrary to what I'm talking about. Like, but I'm just so, like yesterday I was just so sad about great grandma, and today I just have like nothing but rage for these people, like, you know. And you just have to sit back and take a step back and breathe and just tell yourself, just beat them at their own game. Just exit one day. I'm telling you, I'm not even going to tell them off. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to just spill my guts. It's literally, I am going to have a video, mark my words, where I just show you my phone and block their freaking number. Oh my gosh, that is like a dream come true. Just dream come true right now. So, and another thing, yeah, like I said, the roads were just so bad yesterday. I've never seen them that bad. It was just complete blizzard, visibility, like almost nothing. And the only reason why I drove is because my kids are adults, and they were going to go anyway. Like, you can't stop adult children. They're like, no, we're going to go see great grandma. So I was like, I'm not letting you drive. Like, if anyone's driving, like, I'll drive you. So that's what happened. And then of course it just got like, the roads just got progressively worse over the evening. And then just for even like my employer to be like, no, you have to come back, and just put someone in that position where literally everybody was like, don't drive back, don't do that. And then, you know, my kids were like, no, just stay overnight, don't do that. And I knew that I couldn't. So I was just telling them like, oh, no, it's fine. I'm totally like awake. It's fine. I'll just go super slow. But of course I didn't want to. So it's like, now you're just lying to people so that they're not worried about you, all because you have a freaking, oh my gosh, I'm going to block him one day. I'm totally going to block him one day. I have to. This YouTube thing has to work. It has to work. But also I'm not 100% counting on YouTube. Of course, I'm like doing everything. And honestly, the more these people treat you like that, or the more I get treated like that, it's just motivating me. And sometimes the motivation is out of complete desperation. Like, it's just like, you're just so desperate for something else to work, that I'm just constantly doing other things about how to, I don't want to say that I'm like fleeing this work, because I know, you know, according to energy, you're not supposed to flee something. You're supposed to, like, you know, calmly exit it. So I'm just trying to set things up behind the scene and exit it. And like I said, there's so many people where they're like, well, you get to travel, just put up with it. And I have been for years, but like I said, this is beyond normal requests. This is something, and it's just like, it's something that it's held against you, that if you don't want to do what they're requesting outside of work hours, outside of just like morals, ethics, all of that you just get, I wouldn't say picked on, but you just almost get like degraded. It feels degrading, and they will literally give assignments to anybody else. And then it's just like, other people get these perks and other people get these perks because they're listening and they do it. But it's like, for me, it's like, you're freaking running through hoops for like the same thing that everyone else is just being given to because you just don't want to do these other things that they asked you for. You know, and it just sucks because sometimes it feels like these kind of people get away with it, but I know in the end they don't. I mean, 2024, a lot of people were exposed, right? So I'm not the revenge type. I just know one day these people do get their karma. I mean, even like years ago, you know, I look back at like similar situations and I look at these people now and boy did they pay. I mean, God will make these people pay. So I don't want to do revenge personally. I just want to be treated like a human with respect, you know, respected. Like I still respect everybody at work. And to be honest, it's not the people I work with, it's the employer. And that it just seems like it's just so much to ask from this person. And so, yeah, I'm just so angry about that it's just like, it was just so pointless. I could have just stayed and been there with the family longer. So this was just completely pointless. It was just like a haha, I can do it, so I can, you know. Oh my gosh, pray for me. I feel like I'm just gonna turn red and there's freaking steam coming out of my ears. But yeah, no, I recorded some of the drive last night. Oh my gosh, check. Yeah, so that was crazy. Like I said, I've never ever seen traffic like that in my life. I've never seen so many vehicles in the ditch or whatever. But I drove like super carefully, like sometimes 35, because it was like icy in an area where it should be normally 120. And so thus took 10 hours and had to go to work just to do nothing, just to sit there, just so they could tell me that I have to be there for absolutely no reason. And just to do that just makes me so angry. Like I just can't stress that enough, that I wouldn't want anybody to go through this. Like I wouldn't even do it to that person who's doing it to me. It's just like, if someone's like entire life is coming into an end, like that person deserves everyone around them so that they know that they're loved and they're cared for. And like this disgusting company is just, you know, I'm just gonna leave it to the universe. I'm just gonna focus on me and get myself out of this. And that was the whole point. I was like, I really hope this channel takes off, and I hope your guys's does too. I mean, if you have any boss like that or job like that, I pray that you get some kind of miracle, and I pray your channel takes off too. And I'm not 100% counting on YouTube, because I know I read like scary things, like people get demonetized out of nowhere. But I do want to build it up to a point where I never want to be in that situation again, where, you know, God forbid someone's passing away or just anything like that. There's so many other things that people just won't, that certain employers just don't give you proper time off for, and it's just inhumane, like I said. So so yeah, that was it for today. And I just, yeah, if anything resonated with you guys about this rant, please subscribe. And yeah, new YouTubers unite. I hope that you guys have your dreams come true and just are able to get away from toxic people. I mean, even people in like abusive relationships, which is like kind of like what this can be when you're in, you know, when you have like an employer like that. Even for people in abusive relationships, I mean, just try it. Just start a channel on the side. I mean, you don't have to like talk about all that, because, you know, there's certain things you just can't expose in those kind of relationships. But a lot of people can't leave abusive relationships because of money. So I just pray that whatever, you know, is going on with YouTube, with the whole supporting new channels, that everybody gets their big break this year, and to just keep posting. Like I said, like I've posted for maybe a little over a week now, and I'm freaking happy with my 3 subscribers. I just plan on growing it, and I am one day gonna post a video of me blocking my employer. That's my goal. So thank you for watching, guys. Have a good night. I'll talk to you later.